What is up, everybody? Welcome to the 4th episode of Champion Effectiveness, and today we're going to be talking about Moleman. So Moleman right here, he's not a 6th rank 1 like everyone else was in the previous episodes. He's a 6th rank 3 because I could not wait to rank this guy up. He just works great, especially with suicides, and here we are using suicides. So what is happening here? So he purified both suicides, both bleed and poison, and he got 2 monster mass at the start of the fight. So each time he purifies a debuff and he has a 100% chance to purify one, he gets a monster mass. And then you can activate frenzy mode once you have 20 of them, and you can see now they are expiring one at a time. And when you're in frenzy mode, you have guaranteed crits, which means with guaranteed crits you have guaranteed bleeds as well, because whenever he crits he bleeds. That's what he does. And then you can keep throwing heavy attacks to get 4 monster mass, because each time you throw a heavy attack you get 4 monster mass. So you can try and do heavy attacks to get to frenzy, and then you can just do more heavy attacks to stay in frenzy mode, because it's pretty crazy, man. Like the guaranteed crits, he hits hard, and especially like the special 2, it has more critical damage, and also you deal more damage based on how much health you have. So if you have less health, you deal more damage, and that applies to the heavy attack as well. So heavy attack and special 2 do more damage based on your missing health. And then those bleeds, they are taking like crazy. So this Wither Soldier just got destroyed pretty fast in like 1.5 minutes. So now we're gonna showcase what the special 1 does and what the special 3 does in the Captain Marvel fight. But that is basically what you want to do in every fight. Just do a couple of heavy attacks and trigger, or yeah, get to frenzy, get to 20 and get frenzy mode. And also we're gonna showcase in the next fight as well, you can trigger frenzy mode manually as well. You don't need to go for 20 monster mass. So right here we purified both suicides as well, but keep in mind, if you're fighting a mutant character, you have a 70% chance to purify debuffs, so it's not a guaranteed chance to happen. But any non-mutant character, 100% chance to purify everything. So right here we're gonna go for a special 3. I'm gonna showcase what this does. So we're gonna get to 20 monster mass again. We got the frenzy, guaranteed crits until that expires, and you can just do heavy attacks to not let it expire. So I think we're gonna take down a little bit more of her health, and now we're gonna pop the special 3. So we have 14 monster mass right here, and what this does, the special 3, it gives us back 10 monster mass. So we're back to 20, which is the maximum you can get. So you can either use the special 3 to get to frenzy or stay in frenzy, exactly what the heavy attack does. And now the special 1 applies a shock and gives us 2 extra monster mass, and when the opponent is shocked, you deal a little bit of energy damage on them. I think it's like, as a 6th rank 3, it's 13,000 per hit, but probably with suicides that damage is even more. So you can see like a lot of bleed damage, and then with the shock a lot more energy damage. So there goes the Captain Marvel. Now let's get into his utility. Alright, so first fight we have this 6.2 Ultron, and this guy is pretty tough. Like, he has E.M.P modification, so you're gonna get shocked if you trigger any buff and he pops a special attack. But Moleman is completely shock immune, so you completely ignore that node. And now what we did right there is we held block, and you can see we activated frenzy. So if you have 5 or more monster mass, if you block 1 hit, you will manually activate the frenzy mode. And because we activated while we had 10 or less monster mass, we get to keep that true accuracy, because Moleman has true accuracy while he has less than 10 monster mass. And then if you activate frenzy while you have 10 or less, you can just keep it. And even if you like throw a couple of heavy attacks, now you can see we got 12, but we still have the true accuracy, because it doesn't matter. It only matters when you trigger frenzy mode. It doesn't matter of your charges. So he's like one of the best counters to this Ultron. Even though he's bleed immune, you can see the damage is very, very high. So right here I'm gonna pop a special 2, and it's unblockable while you have the frenzy mode, so it doesn't matter, you can just throw it in the block. And this guy is at 13% health, man. The guaranteed crits are amazing. especially because this guy has a lot of armor. So that true accuracy with the guaranteed crits, it's enough to kill him very fast. So definitely one of the best counters to this Ultron, even with the blood immunity. Very, very impressive stuff. Next we have this Sentry, which has energy adoption lightning and do not go gentle. So this node, when we are doing basic attacks, there is a chance we can get inflicted with a shock. And just look at this, I'm not going to be doing a lot of heavy attacks, just because you can see we are triggering some shocks, but we are immune to it. So we are gaining frenzy, or we're getting monster mass. And look at this, we still get it inflicted while we triggered the frenzy mode. And that's just like when he gets shocked, there is no way you get out of your frenzy mode. So guaranteed crits and a lot of damage. No way you lose frenzy mode right here in this fight. So I believe because of do not go gentle, I'm gonna go for a special 3 and finish this guy off. So yeah, I'm gonna do, I think, one more hit so that we get the do not go gentle and then a heavy. And finish him off with a special 3, so you can still see like 20 monster mass, like against a node that inflicts shock. Mothman is the play. Like, you don't even need to throw heavy attacks, it's just you get to the frenzy mode so fast and you always keep it for the whole fight. So there goes that Sentry. Now this Star-Lord has do you bleed and bleed vulnerability, because they go together, like bleed vulnerability with do you bleed, they go together. So also this guy has, I think, redoubled determination, so for each debuff applied to him he gains more power. And this guy is in Act 6, this is a whole path. So we're trying to get to frenzy right here. I'm gonna do 2 more heavy attacks in the corner. And now we activated frenzy. So what this means, guaranteed crits, which means guaranteed bleeds. So that's like a lot of damage right here. We're gonna pop the special 2, even though we're dealing 0 damage, but our bleeds are gonna be a lot stronger. And there we go. Now we just need to be careful a little bit of his power, bait this out nice and quick, and he's just ticking down, man. Those guaranteed crits are amazing, so useful, man. Like, this guy has a ton of utility and he works great with suicide masteries. Like, you don't even need to throw special attacks, and like with maybe you throw 2 special 2s in like an Act 7 or Act 6 fight and they are just dead. You take like recoil damage only once, just because his damage is so high. And pretty sustainable as well. So we're gonna bait this again, and then we're gonna go for another special 2, I believe, to get those high bleed damage. There we go. Some blockable as well. And now this guy is ticking down again. And if you see your monster mass drop, you just go for a heavy and get 4. It's pretty good. Got hit there, but that's okay. And we're gonna finish this off with a special 1. Stall a bit, and boom! There goes the Digibleed Star-Lord. So very good for Digibleed as well. And here we have crit me with your best shot. So this Joe Fixit only takes damage from crits. And man, when we get to frenzy, you know what happens. Guaranteed crits. So we don't really care. Just need to throw a couple heavy attacks, or we can just manually activate the frenzy, whatever we want to do. But I think here I'm gonna go for some heavy attacks, so we have more duration. But even if you accidentally miss a parry, it's all good. It's faster. We purified the Disorient there, as you can see. We cannot purify the Tunnel Vision though, because it's passive. The Falter. And now go for another heavy attack. And now he's gonna start taking damage. So again, he doesn't take the bleed damage because it's the crit me with your best shot. But you can see, man, 1 special 2, and he's 64% health. Very good. And now I think this is my favorite utility of Mole Man. So this ghost is a stun immune. So what you can do with Mole Man, I'll show you. Let's go pop a heavy attack right here. So look what you see here. You can hold block, and because when you hold block, you activate frenzy, but also you activate an unstoppable, like a less than 1 second unstoppable, but that's all you need. So look at this, we're gonna keep getting those openings with the unstoppable right here. Look at this, we're gonna block and just go in because you are unstoppable and they cannot throw another hit. So you literally take 1 blocked hit And you're gonna see how much we finished this fight with, how much health. Because that block damage is like nothing. Because this guy is pretty tanky. And look at this, we're gonna pop the special 2. A ton of bleeds, we still have Frenzy. I believe now we're gonna go for a heavy if we bait this fast. Or no, she didn't want to throw it, so we lost our Frenzy mode, now it's on cooldown. But she's like 70% health, man. That was super fast. Now we just need some Frenzy in order to get the Unstoppable again, because you need to have some charges to trigger the Unstoppable. Intercept right there a little bit for do not go gentle. Go for this. And now I think we're gonna block again. Yup, trigger the Unstoppable. And that's basically how easy it is with Moleman to fight stunning in fights. That is like one of my favorite utilities for Moleman. And there goes that Ghost as well. Pretty easy. And then also, we have right here Hazard Shift. So I believe it's Incinerate or Poison. So this guy, Moleman, is gonna get inflicted with Poison or Incinerate. Now he's gonna get inflicted by Incinerate, but it doesn't really matter because we purify them. So after 1 second when they get applied, so you might get a tick or 2, you purify them. But after 10 monster mass, you purify them within 0.5 seconds. So it's a lot faster. Maybe you're not taking any ticks. I want to try and see. So yeah, it's not ticking at all. You can see, only gaining health. Right there we got hit, and then I kind of panicked because I lost a lot of health and then threw an unblockable on Miles and it didn't work, obviously. So yeah, this fight was really fast. Like we didn't throw heavy attacks, but we got the monster mass because we were inflicted with Incinerate and Poison. And then lastly, I want to show you what you want to be careful once you use him on path that you're getting inflicted with debuffs, and those are gone. Like Armor Breaks, Incinerates, they are gone, and after 10 you're gonna see they're gonna fall off a lot faster. Look at this, you can barely see them. So where you want to be careful, when you activate Frenzy and you get inflicted with debuffs, you cannot purify them. So be careful about that. Like if it's a long fight with a lot of debuffs, Moleman is most likely not gonna work until he activates the Frenzy. So right here you can see the Incinerate is not going away, the Armor Break is not. I'm gonna throw the Unblockable Special 2 though, and it's still gonna deal massive amounts of damage because there's Furious as well in this fight. And yeah, you can see the poisons did not get purified. So be careful about that, because Moleman, if it's like a long fight with a lot of debuffs, he can only purify like some debuffs, because if he gets Frenzy, he cannot purify anything. But Moleman is overall such an amazing champion. No regrets from taking him to 6th rank 3. He's gonna be amazing for Battlegrounds offensively and defensively, and I am so excited to use him. So yeah guys, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Moleman, pretty good character, and if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.